Have you seen it?
No.
I mean, I've seen the JPEG.
This is going to be for the Oregon corners.
Oh, that's a big
People come
sign.
into the town. This is going to be, once you turn on the camera can see it.
Sure, so I can get in it? No problem.
And
So-
MaryEllen
so we
wants
think
you
it's-
entrance to town
Do
from
you think it's appropriate? I think it's.
Yes, John Tully and Greg Penna, and I forget the other person, were at town today. They were figuring out a best place to locate that for the business district. And it's going to be at one of the entrances in the Oregon Corners area.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
right?
Awesome.
It's, it's not the town seal, but I think that because we're in the bicentennial
Yeah,
year and the
thanks.
director of
I'll turn it around to you
tourism
guys.
and the supervisor and I thought that this would be appropriate. And, we're going to do what we can do to help you guys create that business district. And
Yep.
now that we have Georgia Superstation under our control now,
Yes, Georgia.
that's a good signal that we're ready to, help revitalize the area.
Is this getting on? Can you hear this, MaryEllen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I want to point out that the county highway department, I believe it was the highway department? Who made the sign actually?
Highway, yeah.
They did it for free. They volunteered.
Well,
to do
nothing's
it.
for free, but it's a gift.
Look at the bill. I'll go to the county executive.
That's sort of like,
On paper.
one for you, one for me. No, I think it really is something. First, I just want to say how much I enjoy working with you and your board members, and thank you for having us, and thank you for allowing our director of tourism to come down tonight. I think by listening to what Mrs. Pataki said, we're very, very focused on tourism being an economic engine, development engine for the county. And we do recognize the fact that Putnam Valley certainly has a lot more than cemeteries to offer for tourism. You guys have a lot of ethnic and cultural events that should be noticed, and Libby is very aware of that. I'm a member of the German-American Club, as Barbara Scucciamara, who actually, we were born here in were you born?
I grew up here.
Grew up here in Putt Valley. So, we love the Oktoberfest, and we certainly want to be part of helping Putnam Valley develop their economic business district. And, I've met with you and your board for the Chamber of Commerce.
Yep.
And we spoke, Sam, you and I both are committed to helping clean up the area. And I think we've made a lot of progress. I know our new Commissioner of Highways, Fred Penna, has worked very closely with your men. And, a little bit goes a long way. A little bit of cleanup. And I know we still have a lot more work to do, but I truly enjoy working with you, Bob, and I look forward to it.
Starting was the big deal, and with the county highway department and the town highway department working in conjunction with you and like I said earlier, the Chamber of Commerce. It's baby steps, but at least it's steps.
It is, and sometimes you just need that little bit to get the traction to get to where we would like to see Putt Valley, and embrace its heritage and embrace its potential for economic development as far as tourism goes. I'm very excited about the possibilities of Georgia Superstation, as I'm thinking everyone else is. We've struggled with that as a legislature for many years, trying to get it to a place where it is now. And I think it's a beautiful site, and I know that the Director of Tourism agrees with me, as well as Legislator Oliverio and yourself, that just the setting alone can really speak to some really great business opportunities. We just have to showcase it. We have to find, an entrepreneur with a vision and some capital, and see what we can do.
One thing I wanted to mention, I don't think I mentioned it to Mrs. Pataki or you, I don't think a lot of people realize this unless you're there on the weekends, and it really begins sometimes Friday afternoons. Fonstark State Park and the Taconic Outdoor Education Center are for the most part located in Putnam Valley, and if you go up Canopus Hollow Road to where it becomes Dennytown Road on the weekends, there are hundreds of hikers that come. Many of them come from the city, and they're right in Putnam. There are literally hundreds, and they go hiking all over Putnam Valley, and there's got to be a way to tap into that, because you can see them. Whole groups come in. They come in small vans, some of them, and you just go there on a Saturday morning, starting at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. They're all over the place.
Well, I think those are some of the things that we have that make me so proud, that You know, sometimes I feel like we're being dwarfed by all the hotels, but one of the things that you said that really struck a note with me was when we were talking about the German festival here in Putnam Valley, and I said, we have so many festivals in Putnam County, German, Irish, we have Native American, and so that was one of the, that was actually one of the scroll downs that I did on the website specifically so that when the people in New York are clicking to see what's going on, that they see these festivals, that they should be welcoming to other Germans or, you know, people with German descent.
And to be perfectly honest with you, you know, I think tourism in its past presence didn't acknowledge, I think, the state parks as much as it could have. And I think that was something that we can do better, and we will do better with, because they are, you know, they are a tremendous asset that we need to really sort of showcase, because it's all season. You know, it's foliage, it's snowshoeing, it's fishing, you know, it's got everything right there, and we are very focused on making sure that the western part of the county gets its due. And I do say that would, well, it's not just you. There is.
We got the whole.
You know, coming from the Hamlet of Carmel, I think I spoke to you about this. You know, I do really understand how you could feel. You know, the Hamlet of Carmel being part of Mahopac in its township. I really recognize what it's like to feel like this redheaded stepchild, if you will, for lack of a better term. And you know, I was so looking forward to the Butterfield project so that we could offer county services over here, you know, to help make county services available more conveniently, to enhance some revenue streams, and to, you know, really make the western part feel part of the county, you know, other than being able to access services conveniently. But, you know, that being what it is, I don't see that there are not other opportunities. It was just that opportunity was the one that we were presented with first under my administration. And, but we are, you know, we're very excited about the bicentennial, and, you know, our Route 301 part of the bicentennial, renaming it to be the Hudson River Turnpike to bring East and West together, which the Director of Tourism and I are very, very pleased with. We'll have that unveiling. And I just want to make sure that we see all of you folks on June 9th. Right, at the big Fireman's Parade and the big fireworks spectacular. And then we'll be back over here July 7th for the Constitution Island event. Yeah, for the bicentennial. So.
Can I just say something? You are the first county executive to stand before this board in easily 14 years, 15 years. The last time a county executive was here was back in I'm trying to remember, 1997 or 98. And that was to push that Peekskill Hollow Road project, which was never really thought out.
Oh, the Peekskill Hollow Road project, which we, yes.
Yeah, that disaster.
Right.
And really, your presence here is so refreshing, and I mean that. You've been doing a lot of outreach to the community, and I got to tell you, it's a terrific thing.
Thank you, Sam. You know, I genuinely mean it when I say I enjoy working with the supervisor and the town board and you and the highway department on trying to revitalize, give you guys, you know, whatever support we can do to, you know, showcase Putnam Valley and to make sure that people get here to see the natural beauty that, and like the Director of Tourism said, you know, the people in Putnam County are wonderful, and I say that here at Putnam Valley, you know, and I mean it.
Yes, Michelle.
I just have one question about the sign, which is beautiful. I love that. And I was thinking if you were considering having a theme, like since we're into the bicentennial and of the historic value of our
I'm actually designing a sign, or trying to conceptualize a sign to put up at Boscobel, so that all these people come in, and without putting all the dates, which a lot of our bicentennial signs and website information has all the dates, just 200 years of growth and change.
Right, and
And 1812, 2012.
yeah,
To
and
keep
and
it
the
simple.
shape of the shape or the look of the signs. I grew up around Plymouth, Massachusetts, which of course has tons of history. But a lot of the road signs and the venue signs look colonial. You know, they look like
Yeah.
they're made out of wood. I'm sure they're not nowadays, but it was just a thought.
Well, the Hudson River Turnpike sign that we've designed is very historic. It's got really nice, it looks sort of like this. It's got that block lettering, and it's done historically looking, and then we put 301 in the corner so people don't get totally confused.
No, I'm serious, because people, MapQuest and Google. And if we're asking all these people to come to Putnam County and they go to look for Route 301 and it's the Hudson River Turnpike. So we really did. We put the nice old-fashioned Route 301 sign. To get the kind of sign that I'm sure we would all really love, a nice ornate wood car for that corner, is something that, is in the future. I didn't want to wait. I actually pushed fast-tracked kind of this to get this up, because, I'd rather see something than nothing at this point.
It's a beautiful start. It really is.
Right, it's a start. And, from here, who knows? We get the garden club or somebody to, which I think you have, or you...
Roaringbrook Lake has one. In fact, they don't know it yet. But they'll find out.
Tell them now?
I'm going to ask them to volunteer to help us get one started on this side of town, and in the meantime, I'll be asking them, Roaringbrook Lake Garden Club, to do some plantings on the newly completed stone wall that Andy Tumalo made.
Right, which is all. And I think that, like I said earlier, once you get traction, you just get a little bit of traction, you can cover miles with it. So it's... what does Sheriff Smith always say? What's the enemy of your... is that my hook time, Bob? The enemy of very good is perfect, right? So we figured let's just kick with it. And we do love the seal, the bicentennial seal. We've had a lot of compliments on. So I'm glad that you enjoy it and post it in good health.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And if you two stick around, you can listen to the department reports and the budget transfers and amendments.
Oh, I think I had another event.
Thank you very much.
Pajamas.
Good to see you.
So about 15A that was previous will now be 20A.
Yes. What she said.
We're going to 15B.
Take care.
Oh, thank you.